Hey friends, the Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead. Yesterday I went to pick up my son at work, and because there's construction on our highways, I had to take some back roads. And while we were coming home on these back roads, my son and I did some foraging. And we got, oh, I don't know how many apples we got here, almost a sink full. And look at these. Now, I honestly, folks, why do we pay good money for apples when these are growing wild all over the place? All over the place. Take a drive down your country roads and I'm sure you will find these. Now, some people may not want to pick them because some of them are next to farmers' fields and they think they're the farmers' apples. But most of these apples are from kids on school buses throwing their cores out the windows. We're going to make some applesauce with organic apples. Cool, huh? Okay, folks, let's start working on our apples. And I want to take the stems out because I'm going to be using the food mill, and I don't necessarily want really hard bits of woody things in there. But I'm just kind of going through these, and I'm going to simmer. I'm putting them in a pot of cold water. You always start with cold water. It's got something to do with getting the pectin out and all that stuff, or bringing the pectin to the front. I'm sorry, but look at that. That is a foraged apple, folks. Anyway, I'm cutting these up, putting them in water. I'm going to bring them to a boil, and then I'm just going to simmer them a little bit until they're soft, and then I'm going to put them through the food mill, and voila, what we will have will be applesauce. And because these are foraged apples and some of them are a little underripe, we're probably going to add some sugar just for sweetening. But this will be a nice batch of applesauce. Okay, friends, we've got our pot of apples on the stove with some water and a little bit of lemon juice because I actually let them sit overnight and I didn't want them to go too brown. And we're going to bring these up to a boil and simmer them until they're just soft. Okay, our apples are nice and soft. I'm going to take these off the burner and strain them, and then we're going to put it through the food mill. I ran a little bit of test fruit through just to make sure that nothing was going to fall apart on me. I need a bowl to catch all that stuff for the chickens. I love applesauce, especially on pork. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to put sugar in this or not. I don't see why I need to. And I used unsweetened applesauce for a lot of my baking. So I think if this, let's have a little taste. Oh no, that's not going to need any sugar at all. Now if I wanted to make some pectin, I could have saved the water that I cooked these apples in, and then put this pulp back in that water, cooked it down, and strained it, and that would have given me a really nice source of pectin because these are wild apples. Alright, we'll be back when I got this all done. Okay, we're going to get our boiling bath canner ready, which to me, it's just a stock pot with a wire rack in the bottom, folks. Alright, and we're going to bring that to boil. Our lids are simmering. And look what I have for the chickens and turkeys. Isn't this wonderful? It's all cooked and ground up. They'll have a wonderful time with that. Alright, let's get on to the canning. Now, if you remember, I soaked, wow, this is really thick. I soaked the apples, there was lemon juice in the water, so that's one of the reasons why it's not brown, because applesauce has a tendency to go brown. This is really thick. I push it down in there. Always, always, always wipe the rim of your jar. We're going to put these, whoops, this is going in the boiling bath canner, and when it comes up to a boil, we're going to process this in the boiling bath canner, cheese and crackers, for 20 minutes. Alright, we'll be back when I have the canner full. Alrighty, I have 3 pints and 5 half pints in the water bath canner, and I have a big 1 liter jar of applesauce that's going in my fridge because I'm hoping to make some stuff with it and to have some also for our pork roast tomorrow. So now we're going to bring this up. Oops, I almost forgot the vinegar. We always put a little bit of vinegar in our water so our jars don't cloud up with the minerals in our well water. Okay, we're going to bring this to a boil, and when it boils we are going to process this in the boiling bath canner for 15 to 20 minutes. Alrighty, we'll be back when it comes out of the canner. There it is, folks. 5 half pints, 3 pints, and one big liter jar that's going in the fridge. I did not can this because I'm going to be using it in the next 24 hours. Alrighty, this is the Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead saying, go, if you got country roads around you folks, it's time to go foraging for apples. They're free, they're organic, and they're oh so yummy. Bye-bye.